There are seven emotions that shaped me and destroyed me: happiness, desire, guilt, sadness, anger, fear, and love. Each of them left a scar, some visible, some buried. But every scar in some way made me who I am right now. So today I want to talk about them not as lessons, not as motivation, just as truth. Because the truth deserves to be heard, even if it hurts. First, I want to talk about happiness. It sounds so small, right? So simple. People talk about happiness like it's a goal. But for me, happiness was never a destination. It was a mirage. Every time I thought I had it, it fades away. When I reached out for it, it's gone. I used to think happiness come from success, from achievement, from how many people cared for me. But the truth, happiness was never outside of me. It was always something I ignored. It's inside me. When I was younger, I used to laugh loud, live loud, but somewhere I stopped because the world started to asking me questions. Where are you in life? What have you achieved? Why aren't you there yet? And slowly that laughter became silent and that lightness became pressure. Now I understand happiness isn't about winning, it's about peace. And I lost the peace chasing what I thought would make me enough. I realized one thing: you can't build happiness by comparing it. You can only find it when you stop running for it. Second, I want to talk about desire. That's where I felt the hardest. I desired everything: love, success, validation, money, peace. But I worked for none of them the way I should have. I kept waiting for luck to find me, for the universe to hand me what I thought I deserved. Desire is dangerous when it's not matched with discipline. Feels like fire at first, but it burns you slowly. I wanted people to love me. I wanted them to talk about me. I wanted them to be someone everyone respected. But I never respected my own son. And you know what I learned? Desire without effort is like chasing the sun with your hands tied. You will just burn out watching it fade away. I desired attention, but I never gave myself the focus. I desired success, but feared the grin. And that contradiction, that's what destroyed me. Now I don't chase desire anymore. I chase consistency. Guilt. Thirdly, I want to talk about guilt. That shadow that followed me longer than anyone else. It's the guilt of wasting time. The guilt of losing people I shouldn't have lost. The guilt of knowing I could have done better but didn't. There are nights I lay awake thinking of all the moment I threw away. Hours, days, even years of people distraction, emotion that never disturbed me. I let laziness win. I let fear win. And I lost myself in the process. My guilt isn't just about mistakes, it's about time. Because time is the one thing you never get back. And I wasted too much of it, being someone I wasn't even proud of. But guilt taught me something powerful. You cannot erase the past, but you can make peace with it. I can't change who I was, but I can make sure that person never comes back. And fourthly, I want to talk about sadness. For a long time, I thought I was sad, but I wasn't. I was just delusional. I wasn't sad because I lost something real. I was sad because I kept wanting what I didn't have and ignored what I had. I cried about not being loved when my parents quietly stood behind me, holding a roof over my top. I cried about not being rich when I had food on my plate three times a day. That's when I realized my sadness wasn't real pain. It was discontent. It was greed dressed as emptiness. There are people out there who have nothing, no roof, no food, no family, and yet they smile. I was sad because I couldn't see my blessings. Now I know sadness doesn't disappear when life gets easier. It fades when you start being grateful. And I want to talk about the one thing that destroyed me the most: anger. I was always angry at people, at situation, at life, and deep down I was angry at myself. I had lost genuine people because of it. People who truly cared for me, gone. Because I couldn't control my fire, my anger. It feels powerful in the moment, but it's a silent poison. It makes you feel strong while it killing everything around you. I remember shouting at people who didn't deserve it. I remember hurting people who only ever tried to love me. And I can't undo that. Anger stole years of peace from me, but I'm done letting it win. Now I know strength isn't shouting louder, it's staying calm when everything else falls apart. If you're watching this, if you have anger issues, please don't ignore it. Don't romanticize it. It's not power, it's pain in disguise. I want to talk about fear next. Fear is funny, you know. For me, it's funny because I don't even feel it anymore. I have failed too much to fear a failure. I have been rejected too often to fear rejection. I have lost enough to not fear loss. The only thing I fear now is success because it's the only thing I haven't tasted yet. Fear once stopped me. Now it fuels me because when you have been broken enough time, the only direction left is up. I'm not fearless. I'm just done being afraid. Fear used to tell me I wasn't enough. Now it whispers, try again. Finally, I want to talk about the one thing that broke me 100 times: love, the last emotion. I used to think love meant romance. I used to think love meant someone staying, but that's not love. That's attachment. Real love is quiet, not loud. It's not flashy. It's when someone stands beside you and when they don't have to. Like my father. He shouts at me sometimes. I used to hate it. But every time I used to upload a gaming video in my gaming channel, it never got used, but it always had viewers, 1 or 2 hours. One day I got to know it was my father who was watching that. He would play it in the background for hours just so I have viewers. I would feel seen. It's not mean that he loved gaming. He doesn't. Because it mattered to me. And my mother did too. Mother, that's love. Unseen, unspoken, unconditional. See, I can't even stop smiling because that's what everybody wants, right? And there is this friend from Malaysia. One day I told her I was hungry, that I hadn't eaten. She sent me her 3 days hard earned money. God knows how many days she went without food for that. That's not because she had enough. She showed me love. Maybe this story is small for you, but for me it's everything because that's when I understood love isn't about having something to give. It's about giving even when you have nothing left. That's the kind of love I wanted for so long that I was living. So yes, these 7 emotions destroyed me. Happiness blinded me. Desire misled me. Guilt chained me. Sadness drained me. Anger burned me. Fear tested me. Love rebuilt me. But here's the thing: destruction isn't the end, it's the beginning of rebuilding. I'm not here to say I'm healed, I'm here to say I'm healing. Every day, every hour, every moment. These emotions once broke me, but now they remind me I'm alive. And if you're watching this and you feel broken, remember, it's okay to be destroyed. It's okay to be broken because sometimes you need to fall apart to see what's truly holding you together. This is my story. This is my 7 emotion destroyed me. but they also taught me how to rise again. Because even when everything else burns down, there is always something left inside you. And that is where hope begins.